Right now I'm walking to the back because I'm gonna go target practice basically. But really I got on here to make this video. I hope y'all can fucking hear me. And it is fucking bright as hell out here, but y'all can see I keep going in and out and dark and back. But I'm making a video of how you learn from your failures. And only failure is the only teacher in life. It really is. And for me, going back to smoking, I don't smoke no more. All right, because like I said, I keep 300 on my channel. I don't like to lie, as you see. But I chose my higher self than my lower self. My lower self. Lower self is the drugs, drinking, alcohol. Like that's all part of drugs. I don't do drugs. I just smoke and drink, but I don't do none of that. All right. But for me, smoking again, it showed me a part of myself, even at my job, to everybody. I don't say everybody up in there, but the people I was hanging around with, they had their own problems. And some of them got themselves into a hole they can't even dig themselves out of. And for me, I caught myself so many times that it could get me really messed up and really put me in a bind that it would have been hard for me to get out, I could say. And for me, catching that for myself is like a blessing within my own self that nobody else can say or that help. But I don't fucking know how to really say it. But all I can say is smoking is bad, but it isn't. But you gotta really reflect on it, on yourself, and that's what smoking made me do. It made me reflect on myself and all my bad patterns and habits I was doing. And really, the only reason I was smoking because that's what I was seeing as I was growing up. From my past too, as a kid. Like I was a kid, bro, I used to watch TV, basically police TV a lot. I ain't gonna lie, I used to watch that shit a lot. But I was around a bunch of guns and drugs and weed and all of that my whole life. So it's like, as I got older, you got one vision when you was a kid. That one vision always sticks to you. And that for me, that one vision for me is being a police officer or law enforcement. That always been my vision since I was a kid. I kept trying to change that vision of myself to something else because what I seen outside of me, externally instead of internally. So externally was people judging me. I ain't want to be called that. I ain't want to, like, it's a lot of shit. I ain't want to feel that I was different, but reality I am different. I'm not the same as everybody else. I'm really different, bro. And I had to accept that within myself because I was always trying to fit in with the wrong crowd. I really was. And since I'm actually finding myself, it's like I'd rather be alone than fit in with a bunch of crowd that get me fucked up and messed up into a bunch of trouble that I didn't want to be into. And I bet you that's what happened. And I just seen, like I said, with my 2 DUIs and everything I had, like even though when I was smoking, like I had started back smoking on my videos that I was seeing, I was not doing that, still driving, none of that stuff. I wasn't doing none of that. I just smoked at home. But as me smoking, it really made me reflect on myself. It's like, I'm only doing this because of trauma, what I seen as me growing up. But that's changed my vision from internally instead of externally. Well, yeah, it was trying to change my vision internally from an external, from other people's perspectives and everything, and what I seen outside of my own self. And now it's like, it been, I could say, it been a week and 1 day. Yeah, a week and 1 day I haven't smoked, which I don't need to smoke. I really don't need it no more. I outgrown my old self, and now my new self, or my higher self, not my lower self. My lower self was my smoking. That's what I seen from external. That's what made me trying to change my internal vision of my higher self, because I was trying to fit in with everybody else, because everybody else at their lower self, everybody else didn't know their higher self. And now I know my higher self. It's like, I don't need to fit in with nobody else, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody else think. I don't care how y'all feel about it. I'm gonna do, because this is my life. Y'all deal with y'all life, and this is my life. And I'm not for to mess up my craft for nobody else, bro. I'm not at all. So it's a lot of stuff I've been going through, but I've been reflecting. But since I haven't smoked, I keep it 300 on my channel, like I always say. I really been reflecting on myself, and I don't really need it, bro. Only reason I was doing it because of trauma and the external people, because I was trying to fit in what I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in with everybody else. Everybody wanted to smoke. Because I seen people at my job, from what they did. One of my friends, as he was growing up, he still was doing all that stuff. He stopped smoking for like, I think, a year he was doing, and he got back into it, and the next thing you know, everything started going downhill for him. Everything. So it's like, me reflecting on that, and seeing another person that he's a felon, on top of that, not saying I ain't going around felons with a bunch of all my stuff I got. I don't do none of that, because I know that can get me messed up. But what got me messed up is I was basically trying to fit in with them and trying to be like them, and that's what it got me. Being like them would have got me fucked up, messed up in a bunch of situations I didn't want to be into. And I could say, give yourself grace and learn from your failures, because everybody ain't perfect, but failures are only teacher. But you can only fail so many times to a point that you keep failing, you'll fuck yourself up. So if you only learn from your fails from the first or the second, like they say, the third strike will be the strike. But that ain't gonna be me. I seen it for myself. I seen so many shit happening, and I caught myself before it even did happen. And I passed so many towers, bro. When I mean towers, I mean obstacles, challenges, the shit that supposed to took me down, bro. That supposed to got me fucked up. And I passed that because I seen my patterns. I seen my bad habits. And for me growing up into the man I actually want to become, it's not unbelievable, but it's like, damn, bro. You always been that person that you want to be inside of you. It's internal, not external. And everybody be chasing the external instead of internal, which is the vision you got in your head. That vision always will be there in your head, bro. So you got to follow that vision. Because you try and steer off that vision, you can steer off, but as you see, it gets you fucked up. And then eventually it was trying to like realign you back up with that vision, but you keep trying to push that vision off because of what you see externally. That's what you trying to change that vision to. No. As a kid, bro, that vision you had as a kid, you need to follow that. Because that vision gonna take you longer. It gonna take you places that you never think you would never even went. And as you seen, I went to the military. I didn't get into it, but the reason I didn't get into it because, well, of my own doubts and tests and stuff. I passed drug tests and all of that. But I'm talking about the actual test, written tests and all of that. But I was going stuff through with my mom with mama issues. And as me growing up now, it's like, and still in the end of the day, if you still have mama issues, you still have to handle it as a man. You gotta handle it anyway. So it's like the way I handle it because I handle it without smoking, because my mom smoked, but she smoked for her reason. And her reason, she got a lot of back problems and all that shit, cancer and all of that. That's the reason why she smoked. And for me, I smoked because I didn't want to feel left out. I didn't want to feel like I was different. And I had to accept that within myself internally. It's like, I'm different. I'm not the same as everybody else. Hold on, video, because I know I'm gonna stop. I'm not the same as everybody else. I'm not. So it's like, give yourself grace and learn from your failures, because that's the only thing that teaches you to grow into the person you want to be, and even the vision that you have in your head. You have to learn from that, but don't beat yourself down, because you keep beating yourself down, then it puts you in a rabbit hole. Then you keep going spiraling crazy, like, damn, is it me? Play victim. But you have to learn from that, and you can't push that on nobody else. Only put it on yourself. So it's like, I learned from that, I ain't gonna lie. It taught me a lot with my smoking at the time I've been smoking. And since I had stopped smoking, been a week, like I said, I don't lie on my channel, I keep it 300. I don't like to lie, because lying don't get you nowhere. I seen that for myself, seen that with my brother. It don't get you nowhere, it get you in a lot of bad places, bro. Even when I went to court, I never lied, and you know he did? When I had that second DUI, I told him I had that first DUI, he had really sat me down, bro. I was in that bitch for 10 days, and 10 days in jail and 10 days community service, but I was still be able to work. But on that time of me being in there, it made me reflect that I didn't need to smoke. So as you seen, that's how I went to the military and all of that shit. But the reason I got back into smoke, because I was stressed out and trauma and all of that, because I never healed that part that I thought I healed. So now, since I healed that part, I can even go further what I want to do. But I'm glad the way everything went, bro. Because like I said, lying don't get you nowhere, but you only can learn from your failures, because failure is your only teacher. But give yourself grace and don't beat yourself down, because everybody ain't perfect. Everybody's not perfect. I'm saying I'm not perfect, but I want to become the perfect of internally what I see in me being perfect. Not externally perfect, internally. So stick to your vision, what you got as a kid, because that kid vision, it'll get you a long way, bro. Don't push that vision off. Keep that vision.